Okay, welcome to the next section. This section is about using the distributive law. So, let's quickly go through the distributive law again. We use the distributive law to expand brackets. And as you can see here, the A gets multiplied by the terms inside the brackets. And when you do that, it removes the brackets. So I've got an example here. The first one we're going to do using rules of precedence that we learnt in operations, and then we're going to do it again using the distributive law, and you see that we get the same answer. So I've done inside the brackets to give us -2, and then I've gone 4 times -2. Now I've used the distributive law, so the 4 gets multiplied by the 2, and then it gets multiplied by the -4. Gives us the same answer as before, -8. So the distributive law allows us to expand brackets. It's particularly useful when you haven't got like terms inside the brackets. So here, if I wanted to expand the brackets here, the only way to do it is using the distributive law. So I multiply 4 by each of the terms inside the brackets. Remember here with the second one, 2 negatives make a positive in multiplication. So once again, a few more examples. So it's 1/3 times 6x, which is 2x. You can write it down if you want to. And 1/3 times -9, which is 3. Here the -4 gets multiplied by each term inside the brackets. Remember, 2 negatives make a positive in multiplication because we're multiplying them together. Okay, here's an activity for you to do. Okay, sometimes we have 2 sets of brackets together and we want to expand. So when we have that situation, everything in the first bracket needs to be multiplied by every term in the second bracket. So how I do these things is I use my arrows again. So everything in the first bracket gets multiplied by everything in the second bracket, every term. So it'd be x times 5, y, and then it's x times -2, and then it's 3 times 5y, and it's 3 times -2. Once again, put the arrows in. Now be careful here, remember that negative sign belongs to the 2 and the negative sign belongs to the 7. So it'd be -7 times -2 at the end. So it makes positive. Be careful with the negatives. Okay, here's an activity for you to do. Remember, use the arrows, it's the best way to do it. Okay, something a bit different here. Okay, in this case here, it's only the 7 multiplied through the brackets here, though, because it's not a double bracket or anything like that. So it's -7 times 6x, and -7 times -2, which will give us a positive number. Now what we can do is combine like terms. So we've got 2x and -42x. So they can be combined to give us -40x plus 14. That's as far as we can go, no more like terms. So here's an activity to do. Remember, it's only the -7 through the brackets.